What is up guys, Thunder Shoes here. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Horribull. So Horribull is actually a headmaster, which means if you pop out the head, it transforms into this really tiny dude, which is really cool and actually functions for the alt mode. And with the original toy, when you plugged in the head, the stats would show. So they've got speed, strength and intelligence on there, and I really like the paint on the face there with the mask up, and it looks pretty cool, and I like the shaping of it. That also looks pretty cool. The only thing I'm not too huge of a fan of is the gaps on the top of the arms. I get that it's for articulation, but it does look a bit odd when you're looking at it straight on. As for the legs, they do have some nice details there, sort of like alligator-y spikes, because this is a retool of Skullcruncher from Titans Return or Combiner Wars, or like the Prime Wars trilogy, that era of toys. So yeah, and surprisingly this figure has really good QC. He feels super solid to mess about with and handle and pose and everything. He's really cool. One thing that I do not like is the back spikes here. They came on a sprue, so when you took them off, they still leave some nubs of glue. That's not the hugest issue ever. It's just, I'm not really too huge of a fan of it, and also the sort of like gappiness all around this figure that you can see for the arms there. It's a deluxe, so it's not a huge deal to me. And he also comes with accessories, one of them being this gun here, which looks really good, and it has a scope on the top, but it is weirdly hollow. And the other one being this dual cannon blaster, which is also blast effect compatible, and the other one isn't. And it has some nice wings on there, and this is actually used for the tail in the alt mode. And he looks pretty good while holding them too. He also has a pretty solid range of articulation, so yeah, he can pull off some pretty good poses, and because his feet are so big, he can balance pretty well. And yeah, he looks and he feels solid. He's definitely my second favorite of the set. As for size comparisons, here they all are scaled next to each other, and they scale pretty well compared to like the cartoons and everything that they're in. Now that we have size comparisons out of the way, let's move on to his transformation. Starting off, you just want to take the headmaster and get him transformed up. Now that you've done that, just take the bull head forward and the arms as well. Just fold in the hands, fold out these, and rotate this part. Then once you have done that for both sides, you're just going to take these parts of the feet and just fold them outwards like that, and then just fold the legs back, and then peg them together in the middle and just peg these side bits on. Once you have done that, just fold out the bull legs. As for the tail, you just combine the two accessories down the middle and just use this slot and slot it in like so. So now that we've done the transformation, what do I think of this? This is very questionable looking, but considering this is a retool, it looks pretty good. I really like that head sculpt there, and it also has an articulated jaw there, and I just like the colors on this guy. They look really cool, and the tail doesn't look too out of place. And you can also open up this little hatch here and just plop the headmaster down and just close that back up. And yeah, nothing too much else to say on this alt mode, but yeah, it looks pretty decent considering it's a retool. But the only issue I sort of have is the feet. They untab a lot, especially when you're like trying to articulate him, and sort of has like the same points as robot mode, but the back legs, they are on hinges, but they are mostly meant to be locked into place, but you can articulate them. So yeah, he's very lizard-esque because of the retool, but I think they managed to make this look pretty different from Skullcruncher. So yeah, that's him in his beast mode. So let's get him transformed back up, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so what do I think of this figure? Well, in my opinion, I'm thoroughly impressed with this, considering it's a retool of the Titans Return figure, and most of the retools haven't been great so far. And I think, yeah, this is really solid feeling. I'm surprised like at the QC on this box set, apart from Nemesis Prime, but that's like a mold wide issue. And yeah, this looks really, really good, especially like the details close to the original toy, and the head sculpt is amazing. The only issues I sort of have is these knees are sort of loose, and then the upper knees are tight, and just the back legs stick out a bit, and the head as well. But I am aware that I think it's accurate to the original G1 toy. And I really like the weapons. They look really good, especially for a tail. Like, they don't look too bad. And yeah, just not a fan of the horns coming on a sprue. That's like my only issues with the figure. Other than that, like, this is pretty much perfect. So if you are gonna pick up the box set, I'd highly, highly recommend it. It's definitely one of my favorite releases from last year. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to comment what figure you want me to review next after Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime, and like the video, subscribe. Peace.